Good evening, YouTubers. Tsquare with Tsquare Talk. Hope everybody's having a great evening. Kind of wanted to do a quick little live video just to up my watch time a little bit. Try to get back on building up my watch time after I kind of got destroyed a little bit on my views and watch time. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna go live, see if there's some people on right now. It's a Monday night and a lot of excitement going on in the markets. And so I said, you know what? Let's go live. Let's see what's going on. Definitely a lot to talk about right now, especially as we're seeing the markets kind of take a hit on the silver market, but it ain't just the silver market. It was all markets today. So I kind of wanted to do a little 5-minute recap going live and try to promote memberships a little bit. I'm trying to do more, I guess you can say, on YouTube. It didn't feel like this was a year that I really made my goals, I guess you can say, for where I wanted the channel to go over the course of the year. And I told myself maybe because I got focused on other things, I kind of backed off a little bit, I guess you can say. So I want to try to start doing little live streams more in the evenings. Here's the thing. I come on here, I set up my computer at the end of my day, and I usually end up essentially making up tomorrow morning's video. I said it would not take a lot to do a little 5 or 10 minute live stream each night if people enjoyed it. Just little short ones, call it like 15 minutes with tea, and just see how it goes. I'm kind of testing it out. I've been trying to think of what kind of New Year's resolutions to start for the new year. We're not on the new year. We're December 1st right now, but if I kind of start now, I can kind of mess with it a little bit, and if it takes off over the next month, then essentially I'll just kind of keep it going maybe throughout the year or as best I can. I know I won't be able to do it every night, but I'll try to do it more. Right off the bat, we got Steven Newberry in the house. What's up, Steven? We got P. Lowe in the house. We got Conrad. I know Conrad saying, I got to go to work, bro. Yeah, it's all good. You can watch it later. Or you can listen to it while you're driving. Obviously, don't be watching it while you're driving. You can listen to it, though. It's not going to be a couple hours. I got a lot to get done tonight still. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Hopefully, we can try to maybe add one member or a couple subscribers to the fold. Try to grow the family just a little bit more. And so I said, why not do it? We'll see how it takes. I ended up keeping my monetization. For those of you that don't know, I was in trouble last month. I'm talking close to where I don't want to be. Way too close for comfort. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you get demonetized, you just up your time a little bit, and then you get remonetized. Aside from it can be a headache, so I definitely don't want to fall too low. So let's just take a look what we got for comments. If we don't get many questions, I'll kind of jump in and start talking about a little bit what I want to talk about, what's going on right now. What is up? TP Low in the house. Hope you're having a great night. We got Steven. Hope you're having a great night. And Conrad, another live. What? And then just heading to work. Heading home from work. I'm sorry, heading home from work. I thought you were on your way to work. You must be, I wonder if you're on the California side then, if you're heading home from work right now, or if you just work late in the evenings. Definitely a lot going on. We saw silver get over 58 today. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the markets. I don't know how many of y'all have been following what happened in the stock markets today. Just literally just stuff getting destroyed. Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500. As you can see, Dow Jones down 427 points or 1%. The NASDAQ dropping just under 0.5%, down 89 points, and the S&P dropping 0.5% or 36 points. A lot of stuff dropping. I didn't know you were going live. What's up, Tsquare? So I didn't even know that I was going to be going live. I was trying to think today while I was taking care of a lot of stuff. I said, you know what? If you can't do a short in the evening, you should at least do a 5 or 10 minute live stream. Just, talk a little bit, especially with everything going on right now. People are getting nervous about silver again. I talked to a couple people today, and they're like, dude, you weren't around. And it's kind of funny because I had someone bring it up last night about me not having gone through a real crash. And I had a friend, he's like, dude, you didn't go through. He said, I was working in the pawn shop industry when silver went from $50 to $35, and it was a devastating hit in one day. He said, yes, it feels different right now, but he said it can happen. And so he offered me some silver. I may go and get it tomorrow if we see any crazy. I didn't want to buy today at $58 when it was up to $58.50. I had a chance to get a bunch of it at spot price. But here's the thing. Spot can come down. I mean, $2 is nothing when you've had a 15% run in the last week and a half. You've had a 100% run for the year, which is insane for any investment. But I really think we're just getting started on the silver price. However, just because I think that doesn't mean I think we can't see a pullback. I had said in my earlier video yesterday, I didn't think we would see a pullback this morning. But I did think it was possible when the overseas markets open that people could be ready to try to beat the silver price down a little bit and make it appear weak, like it's shaky ground and it can't sustain these numbers and this and that. And I think that's really what we've seen. I just got tired. I just tried tagging you in a live. Did you get it? I didn't get it only because I was already sitting at my computer, and I don't have anything. I don't really use my computer to watch anything. I only use my computer for literally YouTube. It's the only thing I do on it. I don't pay for anything like that. I don't buy anything on YouTube. I don't buy anything on the internet through this computer, so I didn't see nothing. Pilo, a super member for 11 months. Thank you so much, Pilo. I do appreciate you being a super member. A super fan. I was looking to see. I was like, what is that? Whenever I see those, I'm always confused what that means because I was like, is that a new member? Did we get a new member? And then I was like, oh, no. Pilo's been a member for 11 months, so I don't know how that sometimes comes up. But I will check. I'll see the tag later this evening once I get wind down and lay down for the evening. That's usually when I do most of my watching, what was going on. I didn't know you were going live. Like I said, I didn't even know I was going to go live. I'm just doing like a little 15-minute recap I'm thinking about trying to do it every night. Yeah, I got up to $58.50, Conrad. We've seen a jump today. It was kind of crazy, but now we're seeing a pullback. If you look at the silver price right now, I mean, we're at $57, down about $1.50 from its high. We've seen it go even lower. We've seen it go down to 56, 54, and then it started popping back up. But here's the thing. The night is going to be a long night, let me put it that way. We could see some crazy volatility coming down the line now, so it's going to definitely get exciting. I backed up my truck so many times during the 20s and 25s dollar range. I blew up my reverse gear on your truck. Yeah, picking up at 20 and 25, those were definitely the days. Your goals can really only be defined by, say, how much time you can devote to YouTube. So I can devote unlimited time, but I can't really devote unlimited time if it's not really making progress. For a while, I was doing 3 shorts a night, and it seemed like only 1 or 2 of them mattered. The other one just kind of went stalled out. Like literally, I did a short like a week and a half ago, and it only had like 40 views, and I was like, what the heck? And so I said, obviously that's a rough time or something, So I'm trying to figure out how to just grow the channel. I really don't understand how some channels have just blown up in growth. And it feels sometimes like it's just YouTube don't like me. I don't know what it is. If you set a goal, not for subscribers, but for hours you put in, that is under your control. Well, yes and no. I mean, but hours you put in, I could put 24 hours in a day and not have as much growth as a week that I only put a few hours a day in. So it's kind of crazy the way YouTube is. I really don't get it. And maybe, who knows, maybe next month I'll try that. I'll just say, you know what? I'm going to put 8 hours a day on YouTube. Just be live, make videos, literally be on here like all the time. I mean, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to grow the channel. But it just doesn't feel like it's growing fast enough. I don't get it. I really don't. 58 is insane. This last week alone, just like, wow. Yeah. So people are just shocked. A lot of people are making so much money. Think about this for a minute. Every single dollar you have put in last year has doubled since then. Literally, you're up 100% this year on this investment. And I know some people don't want to call it an investment. That's an opinion. I call it an investment. I can take my money out if I want, and so can't you. But I don't want to. It's just exciting. It's exciting to see where it's going. Congratulations on you making your goals. You set of hours spent, videos produced, and gives. Yeah, I've met a lot of my goals, but I didn't meet where I wanted to be for subscribers by the end of the year. I wanted to be at 20,000 by the end of the year. And I'm clearly not going to be there unless I gain 4,000 in the next 30 days, which is, I'm going to say, physically impossible. I don't think there's anything you can do. Even if I was willing to take out advertisement for it, I don't think I could reach it. So who knows? But I just keep pushing. Next year, I'll still shoot for 2025, and hopefully, shoot for 20,000 or 25,000. I got to be careful saying that. No, it's 2026. I've got a few little tricks up my sleeve for next year to see if maybe it would gain popularity. But I don't know. Who knows? Silver and gold, run, baby, run. Yeah. Silver Cobra saying hiss. Definitely exciting what's going on with silver. I saw the $58 today. Yeah, I caught it too. I caught it actually at 58.10, although it got up to 58.50, and someone sent me the chart. Sorry, T. No, don't be sorry. It happens. It is what it is. I mean, I know I've got a good fan base. A lot of people like the channel, and hey, I didn't get bumped off YouTube yesterday. That's a good thing. You don't get bumped off. You just get demonetized. I should have maybe worked a little harder this past month, and I should have been paying attention to it a little earlier. What's up, man? How's it going, Scott? Hope you're having a great night. Eli, how's it going, bro? I hope you're having a great evening. $2 moves. Yeah, and we've talked about it, that we're probably going to see bigger moves hot in dollar terms as the price continues to climb. 2% is huge now. You get 2% on silver. That's a nice dollar amount. Steven, I got some gold ounces when it was $17.50. Some maple leafs, nice. Gold's done really well too. It's not on fire like silver, but it's still done really well. Eli, I've seen other channels that are experiencing the same thing. It's easy, though, if you experience it and you're already a big channel. It's when people are little channels and they experience it that it really stings the most. Little by little, it feels to me like the big channels get pretty much all the attention. I hate to say that. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And so I said, I'm going to try to do more this month and just kind of mess with it a little bit this month, see what I can do. I know it's a holiday month. Maybe more people will be hanging around at home wanting to watch stuff. Maybe we'll see more action with silver. And I mean, I knew one YouTuber that, he wasn't even a big silver person. He was more into crypto, and I used to watch him. The dude was putting up like literally 3 videos a day, and all short videos. None of them were really long. I'm talking like 10, 15-minute videos, and somehow he just took off, over 100,000 subscribers. He now does videos with Andy Chapman, and it's just crazy in my mind. I'm like, wow. And generally, I don't know. I'm not gonna, I'm not big into crypto. I hate to say it. I know a lot of people like crypto. I'm against it, and I think people that are in it are just gonna pay the ultimate price pretty soon. We're definitely seeing it have some harsh moves right now. Silver for the win. Definitely, we had some silver moving up still. I mean, let's be honest. Even if it's down right now, $1.29, we have had a phenomenal week. The fact that we went up as much as we did in a week, I have no complaints. Don't know about shorts, but I heard YouTube wants only 3 videos a day. So, and that could be maybe because I put up my morning video, and then at one point I was putting up 3 shorts a day. The third one, but it was weird because sometimes it was the second one that got busted. And sometimes it would be the first short in the evening that would get busted. And then the next one, you put it up and it's got 1,000 views instantly. So who knows? We'll see how that all plays out. And it's possible. Maybe YouTube doesn't want us flooding the airways with one person. But you know what? It's the only way to get seen, it feels like. Get a sponsor by Walmart. Yeah. First of all, I don't think I'm ever going to get sponsored by Walmart because my number one video with 400,000 views, the video has literally paid me something like $12,000 or $13,000 was me slamming Walmart. So I doubt they're ever going to sponsor me. And if they do, they're going to say, take it down. The video's still up. I went into a Walmart. They had a bunch of stuff on clearance. None of it was ringing up at the price that it was shown to be. When I confronted the manager, they're like, we don't control the pricing. That's corporate. We just get told to put it on clearance. And there it is. It's on clearance. I said, but it's not on clearance. The heck's wrong with you? And it drove me nuts. I noticed that a lot of channels don't care about saying the word cough, cough, or pew pews, or a lot of stuff you won't say. Why can they say it and it don't matter? But if you do it, it costs you. So here's the thing. If you're a big channel, I mean, let's be honest. Let's look at, what was his name? One of the Paul, not Jake Paul, but, well, it might have been Jake Paul or his brother Logan Paul. One of the two of them, I mean, they came out and, his pet passed away. And the dude thought it would be a good idea to electrocute it to try to bring it back to life on YouTube. And he got slammed for it. They took him off air for like a week. They punished him for like a week. And a week he was back on. But this guy's one of the top YouTubers. He's got hundreds of millions of people that watch him on a regular basis. Back when I don't know if he even still does videos. As soon as he comes back on air, he thinks it would be a good idea to go to the forest in Japan, where people go to commit, I can't say the word, and off themselves. He thinks it's a good idea. And he happens to show a deceased person on his video. And, there again, he gets a little slap on the wrist and he's back. If any other YouTuber did that, any small YouTuber like me, that would be the end of the world. That would be the end of my YouTube ever. So, it all depends how much money you make them. That's the way I feel. And probably me even talking about this could probably get me in trouble. Who knows? I mean, and these channels, the big channels, they can get away with saying more. And some people, they're getting sponsored by big companies, so they can say whatever they want because they don't need to be monetized by YouTube, because they're taking, I don't want to say bribes, but they're taking sponsored money to say what they're told to say. Hey, invest in this stock, this mining stock, and it's a great investment and this and that. And then they say that, they tell their audience that, their audience goes and buys it, and it can fall through the floor. But at the end of the day, some YouTubers don't even care because they got paid to say it, and that's not me. If you're not doing well on your investments, I kind of feel bad. I don't want to tell someone a bad investment. That's why I won't say mining stocks. And there are some good mining stocks out there. I've seen some good ones. But, I mean, if you're taking deals, I seen one, he got flown to like some South American town where he got put up in a beautiful hotel, pool, ate for free, got a tour of the mine. I mean, he got everything handed to him. I was like, darn, that's like an awesome paid vacation. And then he could also do, even though he don't do videos of random stuff like me, I like my short videos because I get to do it on whatever I want to talk about. This message was brought to you by Toyota. I think sometimes people just put stuff in there just to see if I'll read it. So let's see, 100%. Yeah, it's a messed up deal sometimes. I need to play some Mario Brothers. Oh, I used to love that Smash Car, I think they call it, where you just drive the car around and try to knock people out. I used to love that game. Sponsored by Nintendo. Let's see here. Share these vids. I share to my Facebook Metals group. I know you do. In fact, so that's so funny, Eli, because I actually thought of you the other night, and here's why. I had seen someone posted something on Reddit about needing to be in an asylum for silver. And I instantly thought of the Silver Asylum on Facebook, where you can go to that group, find the cheapest silver at any given time, the deals. Look it up, the Silver Asylum, if you guys want. It's pretty cool. And find some great deals. I mean, someone posts something at Spot, and they post it over in that group. So it's pretty awesome. But needless to say, it got me thinking, oh, that's how the name came about. The Silver Asylum, because if we're buying silver, we're crazy. That's what they want to say. So it's just it was funny when I had seen that. I was like, that's what he means by Silver Asylum. So yeah, and I'm always thankful when you share the videos, not the live videos. Don't even try to share these live videos. Because these are more just me randomly talking and giving my opinion on stuff. The morning videos, if you can share those, that really helps. If you see a video in the morning that you really like, share it. It helps. You can't control subs, only content. I agree, but I mean, subs are, it's the ultimate praise, I think, if you get to 100,000 subs. When YouTube sends me a YouTube play button, if I'm alive to see it, it's a long ways away. Let me put it that way. It took me 9 years to get 15,000 subs. At that rate, I will not be around by the time I hit 100,000. The only hope I have is when I talk to people, they say it starts out hard at first, but it gets easier. You might be doing 75 a month right now. Down the road, you could be doing 200 a month, 300 a month, 1,000 a month. One day, it will take off. I don't know if this content will take off, because here's the thing. If silver keeps going up at the rate it's going up, and all of a sudden we're at $250, I can't honestly look someone in the eye and say silver is a great investment. Because at that point, it's not an investment. I mean, it's inevitable eventually silver will peak. And I don't want someone investing heavily at $200, $250, and then all of a sudden it crashes and they're blaming us. Silver at $60 is a joke to me. It's comical because it's so undervalued in my opinion. And I know some people are like, what do you mean undervalued? It's an all-time high. It's at an all-time high, and they're still playing games with it. Up $3 one morning and then down $2 the next morning. With that kind of volatility, that is insane. That is pure manipulation. And people will catch on. Now the question is, what is fair? What is the fair price then? I don't know. Silver is going up right now. Gold is kind of stalling, which is a good sign for me for silver. I look at that as, okay, that means that gold is there. Gold runs first, and then it slows down. It keeps inching up. I mean, $20 up for gold is nice. I mean, I'll take a $20 jump in one day. It's not big, but, you know, even if it's only one-tenth of a point, I shouldn't say point, if it's 1/10 of a percent, that's still a nice little jump, you know. And so, but silver's having crazy moves right now. Let's see here. Get caught up on the comments here. I'm getting way behind already. You can't control subs. Silver is too hot. 5,000 per Tsquare. Yeah, see, I don't think we're gonna see $5,000 silver anytime soon. That's not the highest I've seen. I've seen one that was 7,000. But I mean, you're talking numbers that most of us probably won't see. But here's the thing: if the dollar did collapse, then yeah, it can go to whatever number it wants to. Don't sell ever. Save your silver for the werewolves. So, I mean, I do want to actually sell at a certain point, but I've said the only way I'll sell is if I can use the money to buy an item that I think will either make my life more enjoyable or that will probably make me more money down the road. So that's my thoughts on that. Now, with that being said, it would be nice if we could borrow against our gold and against our silver. I would be willing to send my collection out to someone to hold as collateral if I was going to get a loan for, say, a piece of land that I want or something like that. Then it would be worth it. And I've contemplated actually looking around. I talked to one bank one day, and they said, we don't let you borrow against your gold. That's too complicated. I said, is it? Is it really complicated? I mean, $4,000 an ounce gold. I give you an ounce of gold, you loan me $4,000. That's not complicated at all. And you get to collect a low interest rate. I own the gold. I reserve the right to take my gold back when you get your $4,000 back. And at any point, I can ask you to sell my gold onto the market and clear up my loan if I want. But I mean, why would I do that? The only way I would do that is if all of a sudden the gold had shot up to $8,000. It's now worth double, and essentially I've already paid half the loan back. So I could say, okay, sell half the gold and give me the other half back, and we're even. But, you know, they don't want to make it easy for you to borrow against your gold, because if they make it easy for you to borrow against your gold, then essentially more people will want to invest in gold and silver. And they don't want that. They want you investing in dollars. I'm hearing a few people have turned $75 an ounce, or I'm sorry, turned 75 ounces of silver into gold this week. Yeah, so I had a friend of mine ask me if I thought he could find a dealer that would accept 75 or even 80 ounces of silver for an ounce of gold. And I said, yeah, me. I would be interested in that. I would much rather have 75 or 80 ounces of silver. 75 is kind of pushing it because of the volatility behind it. But, I mean, it can swing either way right now. So, who knows? not sponsored by SD both. Yeah, I'm definitely not sponsored by any metals companies. Winter chicken dinner. So, oh yeah, I can't. I'm not. What is that a channel? Winter chicken dinner. Because I recognize the other two, and I'm not. I'm not saying anything negative about any channels. That's one thing I pride myself on not dropping. I'm not going to put down a channel that's done really well. In fact, one of those channels I watch on a regular basis. I don't know if Winter Chicken Dinner, if that's a real channel or if that's just a thing. But one of those three names that you just said, I do watch on a fairly regular basis. In fact, I actually won a giveaway from one of those channels. One of those three channels right there. I actually won an amazing giveaway from one of them. And here's the funny thing. I didn't even open the package yet. I said I wanted to go and see the person and open the package. And 2 years ago, I was there and I wanted to open the package in that area. And I had it in my car, but they weren't open, and I would have had to sit and wait 2 hours in order to go there. I'm not going to say which one, although just saying that, you could probably figure it out if I said they weren't open. And I didn't want to wait 2 hours. I wanted to, keep moving on the road after driving 30 hours roughly. Let's see. I listen to your videos every morning on my way to work. Great content. Thank you so much, Steven. I really do appreciate you saying that. Free 1 ounce November. Yes. Oh. Huh. Oh, hey, there you go. I will count that. I didn't see your comment yet, but now I know the person that I emailed was you. So that's good. So I'm guessing it was you that emailed me, and I told you that code. Let's see. My kids get a kick out of hearing you read my comments. Yeah, some people do. And sometimes if they say too much, how old are your kids? I'm guessing they're there with you right now listening in. Just curious how old they are. What's up, T? How's it going? The happy stacker in the house. Let's see here. Okay, I'm being called for dinner. Oh, great. Go eat some good dinner. Hopefully you're having something good. Save me some silver. Absolutely. In my opinion, Jake Paul is a clown. Yeah, the fights are interesting. I mean, I really think Tyson could have destroyed him. However, it was so rigged. Let's see. But if you get sponsored by a well-known, trusted precious metals dealer, I won't mind it because you put out good content. It doesn't matter who's sponsoring you. Yeah, you wouldn't, but I think there are some people out there that might consider me a sellout. And who knows? Maybe I would, but another thing, they're looking for the bigger channels, the big channels that actually have a huge following, essentially. And maybe I could have. I did get an offer to get sponsored by Whatnot. I think, it's an interesting site, but I'm probably not going to sit there and ship stuff to people on a regular basis. I can't stand shipping stuff. I got one friend of mine. So one of my friends is a good size, I don't want to say a dealer because he does a lot of buying cheap, and he sells cheap. And a lot of times he sells to the refineries. But he had asked me, he said, hey, how would you feel about doing a live stream and I'll sell the products for you, and all you got to do is just show them. I mean, hey, this is a 10-ounce Volcambi bar. I'm asking spot price for it. First person to either bid, we'll start the bidding, $1 under spot, and let people bid on it. And if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I thought about doing that with him. He wants me to do something. He said, I'll work you out a cut or something. Because this is the thing. He buys a lot of stuff at 10% back. So you're talking 90% spot price, 95% on some stuff. But right now, a lot of the refineries are only paying 95%. And I seen the blue sheets. So I seen the sheets on what he gets paid for this stuff. So I know what the refineries are paying him. And he doesn't really like that, obviously, because, I mean, he's got to go lower when someone comes in and sells it to get it. And I might end up doing something with him at some point. I've thought about that. Let's see. Get a sponsor, bro. The Silver Asylum on Facebook. Thanks, bro. Yeah, definitely. If you guys are on Facebook, go and check out the Silver Asylum. Find the best deals on there. I check it on a regular basis for what's cheap. Sometimes they post videos. They share videos if they see stuff they like, certain types of videos. So it's definitely worth going. It's growing. It's got a huge following. You can literally be one of the OGs if you go on Facebook and join the group now. You can say, hey, I was on there when it first took off, because it's been taking off. It's been growing fast. But I guess if you're posting deals on spot price silver and everybody's buying and stuff, then obviously it's going to get a following quick. So to grow the channel, make good content. Personally, I like original content with passion and good insights, along with no rambling. Good luck, bro. Thanks so much, Pete. I do appreciate that. I tend to ramble a little bit, but I would say I'm passionate about silver. And one day, I will show you all just how passionate I am. I've had a lot of people ask me to do a full stack video, but if people thought that I was showing off before, I think people might think that I'm a show off. But I believed in silver and gold for a while now, especially, silver, gold, well, both. Let's see, 192 to match inflation from 1980. I mean, anything is possible, really. It really is, I believe, when it comes to that. Not financial advice. Eventually, the demand will name the price, not some 400 to 1 paper facade of the so-called silver market price. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Eventually, they're going to need silver, and it's not going to be there, and then we are going to see it really dictate how much it's going to go for. There is a lot of talk about silver just blowing up in March. So here's the thing. Why March? That's what I always look at. What is special about March? Jar Jar, hey. My dog's having a bad dream. I always feel bad and wake him up when he starts dreaming and, I don't know, like barking in his sleep. I always, wonder why March. They're picking March because what? It's, 3 or 4 months away. By then, people will have forgotten about the video, but it definitely gets views if you put a date, you put a prediction. I mean, here's the thing. It could blow up before then. Keep in mind, the beginning of the year, generally we see a big run-up. People are quick to want to get in. You have told us before who you won a giveaway from. Yeah, some people. It's not a secret. I just didn't want to say. There was someone had put multiple channels up there, and I didn't want to say the channel names at that point because I was kind of saying I think it's unfair that people are paid in some case promotions. And like I said, I like that channel. So if you caught it, not everybody caught that. They don't all know. Jar Jar, hey. Sorry, I'm trying to wake him up. I don't know how he's even sleeping at 9 o'clock at night. Let's see. You have told, okay, ages 2 and 14. So your 14-year-old's definitely listening and chuckling. I don't know. The 2-year-old might be a little too young to really know even what I'm talking about. But 14 definitely knows. And hopefully that 14-year-old is stacking some silver. At least a silver dime here and there. A great way to entice young kids to do chores, to get motivated, teach them young. Let's see if I can find something real quick. I'll show you something if I can find it that your kids need to watch. And I don't recommend a lot of other people's videos a lot of the time, but this one I do. Let's see if I can find it. The American Dream animated. Boom, right there. Okay. The Collapse of the American Dream explained in animation. Definitely check that video out. It's about a 30-minute video. You gotta see it. You got to watch it. It is amazing. It explains everything. It's one awesome cartoon. It's funny. It's comical. Like I said, I don't talk a lot about other people's. Now, most of these are just people that uploaded. They re-uploaded it, but the video has been online forever. It is a must watch for kids. An 11-year-old would love this video. I think they would understand it. My son is now 21, and he has seen this video like 4 or 5 times. I used to sit him down, and we would watch it together. I'd let him ask me questions, and it's just truly a great video, especially for kids. Make a popcorn night, a pizza night, something good, ice cream night. Sit and eat ice creams and watch it, or something fun. It's a piece of knowledge that I think they should teach it in school, but they don't, and they won't, because they want young people to do nothing but work the system. That's all they want. The schools today are designed for one thing: to get people to stand in line, do as they're told, show up, and really there's a lot more to life, I think, than that. What is up, Silver Wolverine? How's it going? Silver Wolverine that's another one that's got a great channel. I see him in the room right now. What is up, Silver Wolverine? Hope you're having a great night. Let's see, Conrad. I heard March are contract options public. So yeah, February, March. The end of March is a contract month. But usually on contract months, that's when they beat it down the most, at the end of the contract. Think about the biggest drop based on percentage was on April 1st, April 2nd of this year. And it makes sense that it was right when the contracts came due. They beat the price down and then settled it out. So smash that like button. It really does help. Thank you so much. Definitely hit that like button. Let's see. Stephen Newberry nailed T. If that fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson were real, Jake would still be messed up. Exactly. I ended up betting with a friend on that, and it was funny. These young kids today, they're all betting on Tyson, saying it's rigged. I said, dude, are you kidding me? If it was rigged, then of course they're going to let Jake win it. If it was real, Tyson would have destroyed him, even in his age now. I don't know if you guys watched some of the training videos on him. I mean, he was just destroying stuff. It was insane. I'm not convinced that Jake Paul is even. I'm not going to say he's a bad boxer, but he's got the money and the audience to get in the ring with anybody he wants. And if he decides, because think about how some of these contracts have gone when he's gone against good fighters. He literally would not sign the contract to fight unless everything he wanted he got, and it had to be confidential. They had to sign a non-disclosure, so they couldn't share what the contract said. Why? What's the harm in it? Hey, we're going to fight. Winner takes 60% of the proceeds. Loser takes 40%. That's it. No extras. No, I'm going to sign you up a deal or this and that. No. Please check out Pure Metals, not a sponsored, but a great platform. Someone said, Happy Stacker. I'm wondering, Happy Stacker, are you affiliated with them? Be honest. It's okay if you are. I'm just wondering, because I know you sent me that video. And don't get me wrong, they have put out some good content. I've watched some of their shorts. I haven't seen their shorts come up in a while. You the man. Blessings. And it's okay if you are. I don't, trust me, I don't mind if someone writes in that they like a certain company or whatever. I kind of wondered that the other night. I was like, I wonder if he's affiliated with them somehow. Um, let's see. Aloha Tea from Hawaii. Thank you so much, Silver Sloth. I hope you're having a great evening. I'm not talking about selling any, but it's interesting to watch my money hold its purchasing power. It's done so much more, though, than hold it. I mean, it is way ahead on purchasing power. I would not say this year prices in general have doubled. I mean, think about it. Would you honestly say, I know there's inflation, but would you honestly say anything you bought at the beginning of the year has doubled in price in 1 year? I mean, hamburger meat, now it's like $6 a pound. It used to be $4 a pound. At least that's where I'm at. A box of macaroni and cheese used to be $1.25 a box. Now it's like $1.70 a box. I'm seeing stuff go up, but I'm not seeing anything go up 100%. And silver is up that 100%, which is good. They've been manipulating it long enough. It's about time it starts breaking out, and I can't wait until it crushes these short positions. I love that video, bro. That must be the American Dream one that I was just talking about. Yeah, a lot of people like that. It's a good cartoon video, and it's great if you have kids. It's the easiest way to teach a kid about silver is that video, in my opinion. Steve True. Yes, definitely. It's done great on purchasing power. Let's see. It's an excellent history lesson. Yes. So I guess a lot of people have seen that video. If Tyson wanted to connect on one of his uppercuts, Paul would be eating through a straw for a while still. Yeah, you could tell. If you watch boxing, you could tell that he pulled back on a lot of hits, pretended to be nervous a couple times, purposely threw misses when he knew he was going to miss. I'm not even a boxer per se. I used to do it for fun, but not. Once somebody destroyed me, I said, man, this ain't for me. I ain't going to lie. It's fun when you're winning, but once you get destroyed, I got in the ring one day when I used to do it, and there was two girls sitting in the ring, and they didn't want to put me. He didn't want to put me with this kid to box, and I was like, no, dude. I got like 6 extra inches on him. I mean, I'm not worried about it. He's not going to hurt me. And he was small. And it's a fun boxing match. You know, it's not meant to go in and destroy each other. And I'm standing there, and a couple girls are standing there, and they're like, you're getting in with him? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, and they didn't say anything else. And I was like, maybe I made a mistake. The kid was a Golden Glove winner. And I stepped on his foot. And keep in mind, I'm 6'3", at the time, 280 pounds. And I stepped on his foot and just drilled him right in the face. And he took that as a intentional, dirty, cheap shot. And he just destroyed me after that. And then after that, he knew he had lit me up. And then he let the fight go on until there was like literally 10, 9, 8. We get down to 3, and he just comes in and just huge body shot and then just uppercut, and it just destroyed me right then and there. He wanted me to fall at the exact bell, and that's exactly. And I saw little specks of light, little stars the whole way home. All I saw was these little spots popping up in front of me. And that was the day I said, man, the heck with that. It ain't worth it. I ain't going to be pro. Let's see here. Good to see you on again today. I will be doing my yearly inventory at the end of the month. I can't wait to see the growth and value from last year. Yeah, anything you bought before last year has doubled in value. That's why it's insane. What a treat. Another Tsquare live. Yeah, it's not going to be a long one. I'm going to talk. I'm going to finish reading these comments, get caught up. I'm going to talk for a few minutes, and then I'm going to head out. It was more just wanting to try to. I was going to do a short video, and then I was like, you know what? Just do a short live video. Although short live video is supposed to be 15 minutes, and it's going to be 1 hour, I think. Let's see. My gas bill had doubled. That's true. Gas bills, but has it? I don't think my gas bill has doubled, because gas hasn't doubled. I used to end up filling up my propane tanks for something like $14.99. Now I fill them up for $19.99. So I wouldn't say that my propane tanks have doubled, and I wouldn't really say gas has doubled. The gas where I'm at right now is only $2.49. And then if you have the apps, you can get it anywhere from 35 to 25 to 10 cents off, depending on where you go and get gas. If you go to Walmart, if you go to Circle K, I should do a referral. Tell everybody to use my referral code. Go download the app. That's why I said if anybody eats at Golden Corral a lot and don't have the app, shoot me a message. I'll set you up so you can get a free meal right off the bat. You just got to shoot me an email. But if you ain't got Golden Corral near you, then it wouldn't help you. It would help me still, just getting the app. Because then I get $2 every time I refer somebody. And I'm up to right now. My app is up to like $60-something on Golden Corral. So every time I go to the city, I usually eat at Golden Corral. Although I try to eat the salad bar, but their salad bar is really good too. But their steak and shrimp night's pretty good too. So okay, real quick, I'm going to talk for a few minutes. We're at 51. I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes just running through the numbers so you can see what is going on right now. Silver already starting to climb. Today, if you didn't see in the markets, we had some crazy action. We seen silver get up to $58.50, and then it started to come down. They tried crushing it, instantly popped back up, and then the heat came in and continued to drill it down until we got all the way down to $56.50. Then we started seeing the climb all the way up to right now $57.32. About $1 off of its low, essentially. But again, still about $1.50 under its high. A lot of people wondering, what do I think is going to happen? Like I said, I expected that we would not see a lot of action on the first day when the market opened. So Sunday night, a lot of people were still on vacation. They were flying back home Sunday. Some people pushed their vacations right up into the last minute. They show up in the morning. They ain't got their head in the game. Let's be honest. If you ever go on a week vacation somewhere, you come back that day, you're just trying to make it through the day so you can go home and sleep. They didn't have their head in the game. Monday, I think a lot of people, they just said, hey, we'll start an overnight trading overseas. As soon as the markets open over there, start beating it down. We're seeing a beatdown right now, but it's already starting to slowly inch back up. There's a lot of buying, a lot of pressure behind the buying. Again, I think we'll probably see more of a beatdown tomorrow morning, probably around the 4 a.m. time frame. Once the markets open up in New York, I think we'll start climbing again, and that will be it. You know, they're not going to be able to beat it down too much. Look what happened today. I mean, well, I'll say this morning. 5 a.m., they start pushing it down. They got it all the way down to $56.99. It starts popping up. They beat it down again. They get it down to $56.87. And then the market's open, and all of a sudden, it's popping. Throughout the day, it stays going good. As the day winds down, they continue to try to beat it down. I wouldn't even be surprised if now they're using algorithm trading or some automation to push it down even more. Again, we tap into that $56.60. That I don't want to call it a floor, but it seems coincidental that we hit it here, we hit it here, we hit it here, it definitely, we're seeing a lot of volatility right now. Look at the exchange. Look how much volatility there is in this chart. Yeah, we didn't see much in this time frame right here. Roughly from 4 o'clock in the afternoon after the markets closed to approximately 1900, which would be about 7 o'clock. And then all of a sudden the volume starts up again. I think we're going to have a lot of high volume trading tomorrow. I'm not at all worried about it. Personally, I want to see it come down. I really do. I want to see it dip. Put a little fear in people that have it. Let the weak hands sell. I'm actually going to be talking about that in tomorrow morning's video. Someone left me a comment or sent me an email. It was a comment. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow because some people are scared. Let them be scared, someone said, and just pick up the scraps as cheap as you can. Maybe, like I said, I had someone reach out to me, want to sell me some stuff on the cheap. I'm probably going to try to take it. Those of you guys that some of y'all might know, I just hit $1,000 on a lottery ticket. It was actually a $200 win with a 5x multiplier, so that was pretty awesome. I should have ended up showing it on YouTube, but I may do a little quick post on Discord and show it on Discord because it is a big win. $1,000 is nice to just have it handed to you, even though I spent a couple $100 on tickets to get it, but it was still good. I mean, it was a little bit of a statistical purchase, knowing that someone just bought 4 or 5 and only hit $200. I said, well, they just lost $300. I said, you know what, I'm going to gamble and go for it. It was the first ticket, so I was like, heck yeah. Moving on, silver futures right now still at 58.06. 80-cent difference right now, 75-cent difference between the futures and the spot price. No backwardation. I guess I could use the big fancy word contango if someone wants to hear that. I get a kick every time I hear these fancy words. I'm like, dude, just call it normal. It's normal. Normal trading. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. But some people want to use contango, like they just learned a new word. They use it 10 times in their video, and it drives me nuts every time I hear the word. Backwardation, is not bothering me as much because backwardation, it's not the norm. It is backwards, and it's crazy when that happens. Taking a quick look at assets based by market cap. Right now, silver's still in 6th. Hey, that's great. Closing in $350 billion, and we're taking Microsoft out. Microsoft took a hit today. That was a good thing. Microsoft took a % hit. Google took a 1.5% hit. Apple, Nvidia, I mean, they've came off of big drops, so naturally they're looking good. Well, I shouldn't say Apple and Nvidia. Nvidia came off of a nice drop. So, it's looking good right now. Apple hasn't really had a devastating drop. It's just been doing really well lately. Bitcoin sitting at 86,300. Constantly feels like it's in the red now all the time. What I want to take a quick look at, too, is show you guys this. This is the 1-year chart on silver. Silver made a really special goal today on what happened. Silver in the last year, it says here 82%, which I think is incorrect in my opinion. And here's why. When you look at this chart, this is exactly a 12-month chart. 12 months ago, silver was sitting at $30. Someone might make an argument and say, oh, no, that's 31, because it does look like it's a little over. So a year ago, silver was at 30, maybe 31, 30 and some change. I mean, we're right there. I mean, yeah, we're not at 60. But here's what I look at. Specifically, in a couple of weeks, silver was at 28.50. 28.50. So here's the thing. If you could have picked up silver at 28.50 and you multiply it out by 2 right now, there you go, 56. And hold on a minute. And 56 is, we're over that. So, so when I hear people say, oh, some oh, it didn't technically do. You know, they're looking at this over here. They're looking at this. And I don't know how they come up with this number. If they're looking at spot, physical, if they're picking and choosing. This is a metal website, so I don't see why that would say 82%. Silver has done better than 82%. It's saying that it's up $25.69, which my opinion, it's actually up a little higher. But hey, water under the bridge. I ain't worried about that. Let's see. Taking a quick look here. U.S. debt sitting right now at $38,356,000,000,000. No signs of slowing down, nor will it, in my opinion. They're not going to get their stuff together. Rough day on the stock market today. Dow Jones down 430 points, or 1%. NASDAQ down 90 points, or a third. Well, really 0.4%, pretty much. S&P 500 down 36 points, or down 0.5%. Everything taking big hits today, and in all of that, silver, in my opinion, shining. And even if someone wants to say, no, it's getting beat up. Okay, let's look at this. It opened this morning at midnight last night. It opened at $56.84. We are over $56.84. That means it's gone up. I don't care if it gone a lot up and then came down a little bit. If it wants to take 2 steps up and 1 step back, I am perfectly fine with that. And if it keeps doing that every day, I'll be more than happy. But like I said, I'm hoping to see a little bit of a pullback because I got a little bit of money to spend on some silver. Not a lot, but I'll take whatever. Scrolling through, what a treat. Another Tsquare sure will be exciting. My gas doubled. Hey, bro. Happy Stacker. What's up? Hope you're having a great night. Bro, gas bills are $300 a month. I guess if you use a lot of gas. I mean, was it $150 a month last year? That would be my question on that. I'm not saying that people are paying a lot for gas. But has it really truly doubled? That's the big question there. Let's see, Scott. Someone said we're over $3.50 right now. Some people might be, depending on where you are in the country. It's going to be different. I'm guessing, though, that's $300 a month, and that means gas. I'm guessing. I don't think you mean vehicle gas. But like I said, it depends where you're at. I mean, if you're on the see, I know where you're at. You're in Washington. Washington is horrible on their gas prices and pretty much all their prices because they're racking up all these crazy taxes on everything. Let's see. Must be chopped liver because you never respond to my comments even. Dumping my membership. EMO. What comment? Sure will be exciting to see your stack. So, yeah, I can't. I thought I read that. So, yeah, I can't really show my stack right now because it's all spread out. I try to read everybody's comments. I really do. Let's see. Must be getting gas from the cows. Laugh out loud. Some people do. I've been on the fence of, man, are you still in the room, EMO? The fish keeper? I hope that was like a joke. Now I'm going to scroll up and see how many comments you put. I think you might have just not heard me when I had read it. And keep in mind, I'm delayed. So everybody knows I'm delayed. Man, that was the only comment I see from you. And I'm scrolling through right now. I hope you're still in the room, bro. I always feel bad when people say that they missed something that I said if it was to them. Because I really do try to accommodate for everybody. Let's see. EMO the fish keeper. Hello, bro. Yep, Portland, Oregon. Yeah. Let's see. Gasoline pipeline or natural gas. My natural gas bill is about $20. EMO, you still in the room? That way I know if you're just playing with me, because now I'm going to think about it all night. Now I'm going to have to start tomorrow morning's video with, good morning, EMO fish keepers and other fish keeper and other fans. Otherwise, I will lose sleep over it, because I always worry about offending people. Dude, I was helping a friend of mine over the weekend at his business, and some guy just upset the heck out of me. Probably shouldn't get too much into this, but the guy come in before we were even open and wanted his turkey. And he's like, I gave it to you 4 days ago and it's still not done. I'm sorry. We pull them out right. We time them to be ready right when we open so you can pick it up. Dude got so mad he got in somebody else's car that was unlocked. And he's like, why ain't I going nowhere? You're in the wrong car, dude. It's going to be crazy if that person watches this video and hears that. And he's like, that was me, fool. Only because I have had that happen to me. I talked about someone one day, a random person that I know, and someone listening to the video is like, dude, you know so-and-so. That's my brother. And I was like, uh-oh. So it was kind of crazy how that happened. Let's see. Followed you and have a listing since the beginning. Thank God I paid attention. Wow, Josh, you must be sitting phenomenal. If you've been following me from the beginning, silver was $16, $17 in the beginning. If you were paying attention and you picked up some silver, you are definitely in a good place right now. Positive vibes only, folks. I try my best. Thank you so much for saying that, even though I feel pretty bad right now because I think it's short for emotional damage. I would say that came up right when I was just thinking about it. Yeah, I feel bad because, I mean, here's the thing. I'm behind on comments. I read the comment, and I think he might have not heard his comment and then bounced. I'll know if he was kidding or not if I watch the video tomorrow morning, or if I pull up my stats tomorrow morning and said you lost one member. Especially since I actually sent him silver. He actually won a prize at one point. Let's see. You know what I always say. You got to laugh or break stuff. I just broke something because I feel bad. I do miss a comment here and there. Oh, shoot. Did I just break something? Okay. No, I didn't. Let's see. You know what I always say. You got to laugh or break stuff. I see no comments from EMO. Yeah, I just seen that one. And that's why I feel bad. I looked up here. I followed it all the way through. The only two comments was, it sure will be exciting to see your stack. And I read it. But here's the thing. I can't comfortably put my stack together right now. My stack is spread out in 4 locations right now. For me to pull it all, it's going to be a lot of work and a security issue for me, because I don't go to some of these places on a regular basis to look at my stack. I know what's there, and that's it, or I have an idea what's there, and that's it. And I think that is it. I'm all caught up on comments. I've read all the comments. I think he means previous videos. I read everybody's comments on the videos. Sometimes it's a day or two late. I mean, anybody that has read my comments on the video, I mean, anybody that has it set up to get notifications for replies should have seen replies from me on a fairly regular basis. Out of curiosity, of the people that are in the room, when you leave a comment for me, would you say that I reply to it, even if it's just something small? But that, I had someone send me an email, and he actually felt like I didn't read it. He's like, did you even read my email? And I was like, dude, I read it. And then I sent another reply. I just assume in some cases that if you want to share something, you'll share it all with me. That's it. But I felt bad on that. Who knows? Unfortunately, it's easy for things to get taken out of context. Yes, you do. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I spend a lot of time. I spend probably 2 hours a day replying to comments. However, I have learned that actually hurts me. And here's why. If I reply to a comment on a video that you already watched today, I post a video up at 6 a.m. You watch the video at, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Come 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I reply to the comment. If you have it set up properly on your phone, you will get a reply texted to you instantly. You will click that reply. It will take you to my video. Oh, some of y'all are behind on the curve because I wrecked stuff like 10 minutes ago. I started breaking stuff when I had read the comment. So then you get the message. You click on it. It takes you to my video. It takes you to my reply. My video starts playing again at the first second of the video. You put a thumbs up on the thing, whatever, and then after that you leave because you already watched the video. I'm not going to watch a video twice. I already seen it. However, how does that affect me? Because it shows YouTube that someone clicked on the video and didn't like it in the first 10 seconds. And so YouTube punishes you for that because they see it as a click and then a left. So I have found out I can't reply to the comments anymore on the day of the video. Now, do I sometimes? Sometimes the comment is just either so intriguing, it pops up on my phone, I read it, and I'm like, I'll laugh or I'll find it funny or interesting, and I'll put a reply right then and there. And if YouTube hits me for that quick click and leave, no big deal. I don't worry about it. But in general, I try to wait 24 hours before I reply to comments. I feel bad. You're acknowledging my good morning. Yeah, I always acknowledge everything. And I would prefer if at a bare minimum people do write good morning, because good morning is easy to acknowledge. It doesn't take a lot of thinking. It doesn't take a lot of time to read it. And it does help the algorithm. The more comments you get, the better the algorithm works with you. If one person spams comments, that doesn't help me, though. That's different. But if everybody was to put a thumbs up, put a comment, it helps the videos. It helps it get more traction. I'm going to cry. Steven, don't cry, bro. You've got the second place crown right now. You should not be crying. Who's got number one? Conrad sitting at number one. Stephen Newberry sitting at number 2. And Scott McNeil sitting at number 3. So definitely you guys got the crowns for the channel right now. So you should not be crying. The algorithm. Definitely the algorithm can work with you or it can work against you. Let's see. Some days you miss a comment or two, but no biggie. Oh, yeah. So yeah, the other day I did a video and it had 2,000 views in the first 12 hours. And it had like over 200 comments. I mean, it takes time for me to get caught up on those comments. That's hard because there's also the comments from that video. And then there's comments from other videos. And I'm trying to get caught up for something totally different. I'm trying to get back through the 12-month backlog on comments that have been overlooked, missed, or just not had time to get to them. And that's because 12 months ago, I did something and it kind of got messed up. I wanted to give something away for free. I know some of y'all are in the room and you might know what I'm talking about. And if you commented something on any video where you found me, you got entered. So I made all those videos private. And then I went back to start writing all the comments down, the names for each video, and their comments disappeared. Because the video went private, the comment disappeared. So I have to make the video back public again to see the videos. But until I get back to that time frame in comments, I can't even see them. But I still want to give that away. I still actually have it sitting on my desk right here. I'll probably end up losing my channel before I end up getting it back a year in comments. The amount of time I put in is obscene on comments. Sometimes you miss a comment or two. Yeah, okay. I read that one. Let's see. Swear I'm going to cry. Cry? Steven, what are you going to cry for? Don't cry. You're number 2. Unless you're crying because you're number 2. You're not number 1, but good luck taking number 1 from Conrad. Conrad was the first one in the room, I think. Well, no, actually, I'm sorry. Steven, you were the first one in the room. You were the first one in the room. How the heck did you get number 2 when you were the first one? I wonder if there's a different factor. I don't understand that. I'm pretty sure that, Steven, you were the first person to comment when I opened up. Let's see. Looking at your comment does not start that video playing. Really? It does for me. If you tag me in something, it will take me to the video and it will start the video playing. I'm instantly listening to it from start 1 if I finished it. What does it do for you? Don't cry or I'm gonna start crying. Damn it. Yeah, don't cry. I don't need to get into that. We'll all be crying together. Here, we'll look at something that will make you happy. Silver, $57.15. Futures holding. Oh, I guess not. I was about to say holding at 58, but no. What's exciting for me is if silver is going to cross this, sitting right now at $350 billion away from moving into the 5th spot. That definitely makes me happy seeing that. I kept hoping that Fishkeeper I was going to see him, but nope. I think he did bounce. He might have been serious. Are you playing checkers? King me, please. Oh, I love checkers. I have non-idea. No-idea. Not sure how you pronounce that. Didn't know I was competing. You're not really competing. It's no competition if you're second. I don't know why they do that. Top fans, that's what they say. It's a new thing that came up. I don't know how it got there. I didn't install it. Boom, there it is. There's the top fans right there. It gives it to Conrad, Steven, Scott, Eli, Silver Cobra, Pilo, Happy Stacker, and so on. Naya, Josh, John, EMO, you're 11th, and so on and so on. 29 people watching. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, I got to flip that back. Oh, what did I just do? With that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I thank everybody for watching, commenting. I hit refresh chat, and I don't have anything there. It looks like I lost all my chats for now. 29 viewers. I'm curious how many people are viewing. I'm wondering. Oh, there it is. Okay, it did come back. Ah, no! I said it came back, and then it went away again. I'm going to wait a minute just for it to come back up. Okay, let's see. Welcome to the live. Oh, and then it went again. Okay, there we go. Take me to the comment with the video itself. Miniaturized at the top of the screen. I'm in the first place. Loser. No, you're not a loser. Second place, I'd be honored to be second place. Remember, silver is a second place medal, although it's shining like first right now. Actually, technically, I shouldn't even say it's a second place medal. It's definitely not priced like it's a second place medal. It's priced down in the gutter. I mean, you think about where it sits with platinum, palladium, gold, silver. It almost feels like it doesn't even belong there with that price. But soon, I think we're going to see a real price on that. And then people will be like, oh, my word, how did we not invest in it? But we'll be on the channel saying we did. Let's see. With that being said, I'm going to head out. It was supposed to be a 15-minute video. We got an hour and 20. We'll see how it plays out. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm about ready to shut this off and jump right in making my morning video. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Take care, everybody. I may try to start putting up some kind of little videos in the evening. I don't know about lives, but it all depends. I got to get my numbers. I can't be too far back like I am. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and thank you all for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. Hope y'all have a great night. EMO, if you're out there somewhere, I'm thinking about you, buddy. I'll have to start my video in the morning with that. Scott McNeil, you have a great night. Conrad, you have a great night. Happy Stacker, you have a great night. Steven, you have a great night. Josh, you have a great night. Let's see who else is in the room. Anybody that wants a quick shout out, go ahead and just put a comment in. Josh, you have a great night. Mr. Scully, you have a great night. I don't know who else is on right now. It says 29 people. I don't have 29 comments, though. Sometimes people can't comment. Let's see. That was a quick 15 minutes. It definitely wasn't 3 hours, so that's a good thing. Nunya, you have a great night. Yeah, but it goes by so fast when you're just sitting here listening. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you.